when? Once into the holy place, having obtained, y'all got to embrace this, eternal what? Redemption. What does eternal mean? That means there is no expiration date on it. So your redemption is not today and then tomorrow is over with. It's eternal. Thank God I don't have to find a priest tomorrow. We are free now. Say, I'm free now.
I'm free now.
Listen to this. Let's go to the next verse. For if the blood of bulls and of goats and the washing of heifers, sprinkling the unclean, sanctifieth and purifieth the flesh, how much more shall the blood of Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to God, purge your conscience from dead works to serve the living God. There they go again. They under dead works, offering up sacrifices for their sins, goats and animals. Continue. 15 verse. And for this cause he is the mediator of a new covenant, that by means of death for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament, they which are called might receive the promise of eternal what? Inheritance. How many of you know you can have an inheritance in the natural and it can run out? But he just said eternal inheritance, which means something that you possess that you cannot lose. This is yours. Now, who want to go back under the old covenant? Not I, said the sailor. Next verse, 16th verse. For where a testament is, there must of necessity be the death of the testator. For a testament is of force after men are what?
Dead.
After they what?
Dead. So
there was no New Testament until Jesus died. Otherwise, it is of no strength at all while the testator what? Living. Matthew 23:23. Luke 11:42. Jesus hadn't died, so guess what? It had no weight to it. When he was talking to the Pharisees about tithing, he was referring to being under the law. Say under the law.
Under the law.
Does it make any sense for us to even go back there? So stop thinking that you got to seek out for a blessing. You are already blessed. But I will say this. It is dangerous to have an appetite to be rich as a Christian when you haven't checked your motives. And I'm not saying nothing's wrong with riches. But for any Christian that desire to be rich, Paul told Timothy, tell them to be careful because they fall into many hurtful in 1 Timothy 6 and 12 verse. He said they have fallen into many hurtful lusts. They drown themselves in perdition and into destruction because they want to be wealthy. They want to be rich. How should I give under the new covenant? What is God's will for us to give? Homework assignment. Acts the 20th chapter, 26 through the 35th verse. Homework assignment. Acts 26, the 20th chapter, the 26th through the 35th verse. You all are hear what Jesus says as about to give. So I want y'all to hear what Jesus said about giving. I'm going to say this to you all again. Giving is an investment. And if you're not a tither, you ought not feel shame about it. But I tell you this, I will say this, because this is probably, so preachers won't get mad at me. And I'm not saying this so preachers won't get mad at me. I'm saying this because God gave me this. And I'll share it with you all. It's not equal giving. It's equal sacrifice that matters to God. What do you mean? It's not equal giving that matters to God, but it's equal sacrifice. And here's our closing scripture, and I want to prove it to you so you won't say, Pastor made that up. 2 Corinthians 8 chapter, slow walk there. And we'll stop here. Told you we're going to get it all in. I want you all to read, if you want, you can write it down. Proverbs 11:25, God,